As the focus very much remains on JNU and who could be behind the violence, who was responsible for engineering the attack where a mob of masked outsiders came in and wreaked havoc, our fingers pointing towards the ABVP, the Akhil Bharatiya Vidya Parishad, which is, as we know, the BJP-affiliated students' union in JNU. Remember all the left students and the student community within JNU accusing the ABVP. What is the evidence that's emerging of the ABVP's role? My colleague Arvind Gunasekar also joining us as we will take you through what are the leads that are emerging on that story. So if we put up on the screen, what we can see is an image that has been doing the rounds within social media, which actually appears to show someone who is an ABVP member. This is Vikas Patel. He's an ABVP member. He is a former JNU student and he's currently a member of the JNU ABVP Executive Council. You can see him there. We just saw him there holding a lathi and with a number of others who are also standing there along with him holding lathis and are part of this group which looks like they're about to strike. So if we go to the next video, what we can see is that one of these people who is standing there next to Vikas Patel, the gentleman in the blue and yellow sweatshirt, he is somebody who we can see in a series of other images that we've sourced of a mob walking through JNU, and there we can see the same gentleman in the blue and yellow vest, the sweatshirt, who is standing next to Vikas Patel, who is an ABP member. And we can see now, we'll play you a video of the same group leaving at night, perhaps after the violence was concluded, and once again, it's quite likely that the same person in the yellow and blue sweatshirt can be seen in that. Let's watch that package. So let me just pause there for a second. We have more evidence, but before that, let me just go across to my colleague Arvind Gunasekar, and if we can play those visuals again, and I'll get Arvind to also join us. That Arvind, now we are seeing at least an evidence of Vikas Patel. We saw him there in those visuals, ABVP member, and standing next to him is someone else in a yellow and blue sweatshirt, also holding lathis. Now, have we been able to identify them as well?
Yeah, Vasu, the first picture which you were referring to, that particular picture was taken right outside the east gate of JNU. That is the gate from the DLF mall. That is on the other side of the campus. Usually that particular gate is not fully secured by the security guards. Right. So that particular picture with around 10 to 15, including Vikas Patel, who is an executive member of ABVP this year. Last year he was the vice president of ABVP JNU. So he was seen, he is seen holding a lathi, that is a police lathi, that plastic lathi with a blue jacket and a green t-shirt. So that man is Vikas Patel, that is very much identified. The other person, other very interesting person in the same picture is the one gentleman with a yellow and blue sweatshirt. So when we spoke to some of the students here, we got to know his identity. His name is Shiv Mandal. So JNU councillor who is from School of Language, he has confirmed to us that this particular person, this Shiv Mandal, is also affiliated to ABVP. This particular gentleman, this student is doing first year Russian studies in School of Language and Literature. So he is seen in that video along with Vikas, that Vikas Patel picture. In the later video, the same group, the same set of 15 to 20, the same mob that is coming outside Godavari, that is after crossing Kaveri and Periya hostel with the same lathis, they are also walking across the Godavari, Godavari road. So students here are very much identifying this particular gentleman. One is Vikas Patel, who is the present JNUSU
and you're saying the other person,
ABVP Executive Council member.
Right.
Also,
and you're
Shiv
saying
Mandal,
the other person,
ABVP affiliated student.
Right, is an ABVP affiliated student. Arvind, just stay on with me because let's now play you, more evidence which is emerging, which again points to the possible ABVP link, and we'll put on the screen for you screenshots. We'll put on the screen for you screenshots which appear to show an WhatsApp exchange seemingly between some of these ABVP members where they seem to be planning this attack. So there you have ABVP members saying that 25, 30 of us are there. We should get hold of and beat the left students. and that Delhi University, DU, perhaps referring to Delhi University students, can enter from what is called the Khazan Singh side of JNU to enter. So these are exchanges which are going on between these different students. So if we now just look at some of these students whose names are there. So one of them is called Yogendra Bharadwaj. And if we can just put up on the screen for you. So Yogendra Bharadwaj is somebody, Yogendra Shaurya Bharadwaj is somebody who's again by his own profile an ABVP member. He has now deleted his Twitter profile. He has deleted his Facebook account, and that is now no longer existent. But from the screenshots available at the time, so there you can see the deleted Facebook and Twitter profile, but at the time when it was available, he describes himself as an ABVP member. There's another person in that exchange who also appears to have ABVP links. This is Sandeep Singh, who is, again, by his own description on his Twitter profile. His Twitter profile is up. He says he is an ABVP PhD student at JNU who seem to be discussing this particular attack. Now, Arvind, you also spoken to the ABVP, and they are denying their role in this. And what are they saying about all this visual, this evidence of photographs and WhatsApp that has emerged?